Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I just want you to take this next couple minutes to take this survey. It's in the chat. The link is in the chat. And so is the list of participants and the order in which I'd like you to pitch today. So please just take a couple minutes now to fill out this survey for us. It's just to gauge your participation and your progress in Plan for Profit. So thank you. Let's just take 2 minutes to take the survey. Okay, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us for the last day of Plan for Profit. I can't believe it's gone by so fast. I'd love for you to take this survey, if you could. And then we'll get started. Oh, I see our panelists are here. Thanks to Rudy and Kate. And Felicitas is going to help us also today. I'll give introductions in 1 minute after everyone's had a chance to take the survey. The survey is for our grantor because they like to have data to measure progress. So we would love for you to fill this out so we can report progress. Welcome, everyone. How are you? I'd love for you to take this survey. The link is in the chat. If you have a chance, it's just a 2-minute survey to gauge progress.
Hey, Maura, I don't see it in the chat. You might have put it in before you let us into the room, so I don't think we can access chat things before we're part of the meeting.
Okay.
Could you do it again? Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me know. And then I also have the order I'd like you to pitch today. Let's see, I know.
And Mara, my name is Betsy Robinson, and I'm sitting in for Dr. Angela Neal Barnett. She has an event to do today that she's preparing for. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I'll put Betsy here then.
Okay. And I do have her pitch.
Okay, so will you do it for her?
I'll try to channel her.
Okay. Okay. If everyone's had a chance to do the survey, that would be terrific. And then let's get started because we don't have much time and we have a lot of pitches today. So today you're taking a survey to gauge progress, pitching your business, then receiving feedback from our 3 panelists. And then at the end, the panelists can leave and we'll just ask you to give feedback to our SBDC at the WBDC. We just would love feedback on how you felt about the program. Any questions on today? So everyone's going to give 2 minutes of a pitch, and then that'll be followed by about 3 minutes of feedback from our 3 panelists. So about a minute from each panelist. And it's a relaxed format. Please do not worry. Imagine you're pitching to your prospective customers. And at the end, we just want to hear a little call to action. Any questions? I know you've practiced. I do have to stop you. I have my phone here. I'll have to stop you at 2 minutes. I don't want to be rude, but in order to make sure everyone gets a chance to pitch, I have to stop everyone at 2 minutes. Okay. So again, if you could please take the survey. The link is in the chat. So I want to give a big welcome to our panelists today. So we have Felicitas. She helps us at the WBDC as an associate director at the Illinois SBDC in the South Suburbs. She's a former executive director of the Orland Park Chamber of Commerce. She's passionate and dedicated to working with others, learning from experiences, and using creativity in the workplace. There's no greater reward than witnessing the success of a small business and its growth in the community, is what Felicitas has said. So welcome to Felicitas. She's been with us throughout the whole program. And I know a few of you have worked with her, but she's just going to give feedback to everyone today. Then we have Rudy Gonzalez. Thank you, Rudy, for joining us. He's the managing director at CIBC and a good friend to the WBDC's clients. He helps businesses in underserved markets grow by providing access to working capital. And he always lends his community expertise. So thank you so much, Rudy.
Good morning, thank you.
And then we have Kate Schiffel. Kate's background is solely within the professional services. Initially, she was a practicing attorney, and since 2011, she's a search and executive recruitment professional for business development and marketing people in professional services firms. A believer in pushing yourself each and every day to achieve things you didn't really realize were possible, Kate takes this personal mission into her work each day. She does this through the lens of being positive, tenacious, and empathetic. She uses the skills she has acquired both as an attorney and as an avid people observer in the search business to understand the needs of her clients and candidates. Both clients and candidates work with Kate because of her deep understanding of the market and her ability to relate based on her attorney and search experience combined. So a big welcome to Kate also. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Hi, Moira.
Hello there. Okay, so here's an example of the certificate of achievement you'll receive after today's pitch. I'm going to stop sharing so that we can start with the pitches. So you see the order here. Does everyone see the order in the chat? Okay. Lenise, do you see it? Because you joined a little later.
No, I don't.
Okay, I guess that happens when I share too early.
Yes, now I see everything. Thank you.
Okay, great. I'm also going to share the link, the survey link again. So if you have a chance in between pitches to do the survey, please do so. So today we're going to start with Sia. So Sia's going to give a 2-minute pitch. I am going to hold up a 1-minute card. So look at my, if you're confused about how much time you have left, look at my screen and you'll see that you have 1 minute to go. And then I will let the panelists give you feedback. Do you want to go in a certain order, Felicitas, Carrie, Kate, and Rudy? Do you want to go in a certain order or just mix it up?
We
Yeah,
could
we-
take turns if Kate and everybody's okay with it.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
that sounds great.
Felicitas, good? Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so any questions?
Hi, Maura.
Uh-huh.
My internet is not very stable. Can I request everybody to stop sharing your pictures? It might help. I don't know. Today my internet is not very stable.
Okay, so if we
That
stop
might
sharing,
help.
then that'll help you. Let me get, I gotta get my timer here.
Yeah.
And then, can I share or will, because then you'll be able to see my 1-minute warning. Or do you want me to go off too? Did she, oh, do you want me to go off too? See ya. Now you're muted.
Yeah, I just got back. I actually changed my network. Can everybody hear me fine? See me fine?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, and everyone in this Plan for Profit class is in the professional services. You'll see their idea. Oh, now I know, Sia changed her idea. So they'll be talking about professional services. So I'm gonna put myself on mute. I'll warn you when there's 1 minute to go, and then you'll hear my phone go off at 2 minutes. Okay, good luck to you all. You got this.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Sia. I'll start recording when you, or we'll start timing when you start.
Okay. You know how emotional when a small business buyer acquires a new business? It means livelihood and a new chapter for this new buyer. And very similarly, when a seller is selling his or her own business, it means a lifetime investment and years of hard work. And when it comes to buying or selling small scale business, they often find themselves in disadvantaged position and a lack of a proper valuation of the business. The buyers don't know if they are buying the business in a right price, and then the sellers are depending on brokers who is driven by his or her own interest. So many times the business deal is either overestimated or underestimated by the bank. So our process and our product, our service, we are trying to develop is an online, easy to use tool to provide professional third-party independent business valuation to buyers and the sellers. So we are targeting market of selling and buying market with a revenue of 1 million or less. So we are providing a platform utilizing multiple financial methods to simplify the evaluation process and provide a professional pricing structure for the business deal. I'm in management and change management business, and with a financial background, about 10 years. I am looking for a business partner to join my team. And in terms of marketing strategy, we'll partner with a local professional business association to help us tap into this business buying and selling market. We will utilize social media and other marketing channels to reach out to the potential buyers and the sellers. Our goal is to transform the experience of a valuation and then reduce the headache when they sell or buying the business. Thank
Okay,
you.
I have to stop. Okay, thank you. Good job.
Thank you.
Everyone give a round of applause. Okay, who wants to start giving feedback?
Great job, Sia. Congratulations on that. My only critique is that you never said your name.
Oh,
I think, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe I missed that. I don't think that you did, nor the name of your
no, I did
company.
not. No.
But I think it's very, very important that people know who you are and who you're with.
Okay, thank you.
But otherwise, good job.
Thank you.
I was kicked out. Kit, if you want to go, I completely missed it. Sorry, see, I got kicked out, but I'm back in now.
No worries, I'll go. Hi, Sia, I'm Kate. So lovely to meet you. First off, I know it's really tough to be the first one to present in something like this. So I just want to say well done. You probably had all sorts of nerves going on, even though they didn't really come through that much. So well done. I've got a couple of little points here for you. I would say to you, do you know the phrase, don't bury the lead? Does that mean something to you?
Could you explain to me?
Yeah, it's essentially sort of this cute little phrase that describes, like, if you've got something impactful, quick, purposeful to say, hit people with that straight away. So, you know, hi, I'm Sia. This is my background. This is my company. This is the thing that I'm focusing on. I would say get to the point just a little bit quicker, but I think your second minute was very strong. You explained your background, you explained what you're looking for and more about your product. So I would say that was good. So when you're doing a visual thing like this, the first sort of 20 to 30 seconds is so impactful, and it's that, you know, first impression type situation. It's hard to remember all the little in-betweens like eye contact and all of that fun stuff, let alone, you know, you're trying to actually pitch your idea, which is the most important part. So start with the bit that you want people to remember the most. A little bit more eye contact, and then, you know, otherwise you did a really good job. So well done. I know it's tough to be the first one, but a little round of applause.
Yeah, I would like to provide some more information here as well. I actually decided to change my business last week. So yeah, so it's a little bit extra
Yeah.
pressure.
Oh.
Okay, I think she's frozen. Well, thank you so much, Sia. Great job. Okay, number 2, Nina, are you ready to go? Okay, now you are on mute.
Okay, good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Good morning. Yeah, we can hear you. Let me know when you're ready, and remember to look for the 1-minute warning, because I have to stop people. Okay.
Understood. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going to start timing when you start talking.
Yes. My name is Nina Tanay, and here at Contagious Transformation, we are in the life business. People know how to do business, do money, but don't know how to do life. People know how to build a stellar financial portfolio, but do they know how to build a stellar mental portfolio? I'm amazed at how people will study, research, and even sit down with companies and organizations before they invest their resources, and how that same principle hasn't been applied to how we build our mental portfolio. Building a mental portfolio one mind at a time, in this case, one organization at a time, is the heartbeat of what we do. Diversification is a key component for seeing your investments grow, whether that's through the stock markets, bonds, gold, or art acquisitions. The quickest way to see your portfolio grow is to have your resources spread across a plethora of accounts and funds. We are designed to provide executives and leaders of teams the capacity to expand their mental bandwidth. One's ability to have a diverse portfolio of mental tools needed to aid their team in navigating the highs and lows of work will not only preserve mental health, but aid individuals to flourish in their roles, which is also have a direct impact on their home and family life. How do we do this at Contagious Transformation? We teach and equip executives and leaders of teams through our curriculum. Our curriculum entails a deep dive into elements of conflict resolution, joy giving, not happiness, but joy giving, empathetic and active listening skill sets, team building through admitting when you don't know. So let's work together to find an answer or a solution with your team. And lastly, identifying when your team is running on empty, to name a few. My current clients and potential clients talk about how their leaders or executives within organizations aren't prepared to handle different situations because they're limited in their mental capacity or seem overwhelmed. So they either shut down or at times seem like they are on the brink of having a breakdown themselves. I have been working with my clients over the past 3 years on building their personal mental portfolio and have realized how valuable and transformational this has been, which is why I'm bringing this format to executives and leaders within the organizations and corporations. We desire here Contagious Transformation to be a disruptive cure, where we look, act, and speak a different language, that's a language that is different than our industry competitors. It starts with you, but it ends with others, is the type of contagious transformation we're aiming to have within the business, entertainment, and professional sports sectors. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you. Good job.
Oh, thank you.
Nina, I think you did an excellent job. I haven't had my coffee. Have you? You probably don't
drink
need
coffee.
one.
I don't
Good,
drink coffee.
you're a natural. No, I'm in the financial industry myself, and I think you have amazing presentation skills. The only thing I would add is for the commoners, when you say how we do things different, just go at it. Give one example. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. To try to appease the masses. Like, for example, give an example of a life product, what an investment portfolio should look like. I wouldn't say give advice, but just an example. But other than that, you have amazing presentation skills.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you.
Good job, Nina. You are very expressive. You caught my attention from the very beginning. You gave your why, and it was very clearly stated. So I love that. Good job on that. The only thing is maybe a more direct call to action at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, but otherwise, fantastic job.
Okay. Thank you for the feedback. I appreciate it.
Nina, great job. I loved the energy that you brought. You were immediately very captivating in your passion for what you do, the energy that you brought. I've had a couple of coffees already and I can't get to that level. So you did such a good job. A couple of things I noted, you're talking about it was probably about maybe 20 to 25 seconds in, it really started to resonate with me because you used a couple of really good phrases and words: mental bandwidth, navigating the highs and lows of mental health, curriculum. That told me that you have a certain level of understanding of the mental capacity of these corporate folks. It also told me that you have a process and you have researched it, and that process and that framework is so important to anyone in the corporate world. When you do your initial introduction, I would also recommend that you say, here's my background and here's why I'm qualified to do this and have this discussion with you. Anything that sort of enhances that credibility piece. The softer skills that you talked about that your business idea plays into, I love it. Because I do recruiting, I can absolutely confirm that softer skills trump, IQ any day of the week. So you have really tapped into something that I don't think can be overstated enough. And I think that there is so much opportunity, and it's probably going to be difficult to pick a lane and stay in that lane, or figure out which of the 5 out of the 30 lanes that you could go down. 2 little takeaways for you. I wholeheartedly agree with Rudy. Provide an example when you talk about, here's why I'm better than my peers. State 1 or 2, like, here's why I am actually better than my peers or my competitors. And my last little thing was, when you're talking about your clients, I would love to hear an example of, this is one of the results that my clients have had. And it doesn't matter if it's not a paying client. Get someone or an organization that you know to say, hey, I'd love to do a test of this on you. They don't need to know it's not a paying client, and it may even be a paying client. So you can say, this is the business problem that they had. This is the process that I implemented, and this was the result that I helped them achieve. That impact is often, that resonates with people. But brilliant job, Nina. You did a great job.
Okay, thank you. Invaluable feedback. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Okay.
Yes, good job. Oh, number 3, Kate, are you ready to go?
I am.
Okay, then you start.
Hi,
I will
everybody.
start timing.
Okay. My grandfather was a child of the Depression, and he often told me stories about growing up in Baltimore. I especially appreciated the one where he and his friend chased the ice truck barefoot through the city streets. They wound up at the library, and when they inquired about checking out books, the librarian skeptically looked them up and down at their dirty feet and said they'd have to go home, clean up, and get their mother to fill out a form. My grandfather did that, but his friend didn't. And I love this story because the notion of chasing an ice truck barefoot through the city was so foreign to the childhood I knew, but also because the idea of my grandfather being the one to clean up and return to the library wasn't. It reflected his character, and I could identify with him through it. I never wanted to lose his stories, so I recorded him telling them, and I want to do the same for your family. I'm Kate Oakes with Tell It Like It Was. We preserve personal stories of the past. We connect with your family members as they tell their story and recollect the stories of those who came before them. Through conversations from the comfort of their homes, we record these stories, which can be turned into a book, audio, or video documentary. In me, our clients find a journalist with more than 20 years of experience who is also relatable, interested, and a trustworthy listener. Visit tellitLikeItWas.com to set up a time for us to talk before your family members' precious stories and the connection they create to your past are lost. Thank you.
Good job. Round of applause.
Who else is no one going yet? I'll go for it. Kate. I'm a storyteller myself, and I probably banked hundreds of businesses in the 20 years that I've been in this banking industry. And I just really like the way you started off your, it was a
Oops,
Oh, no.
no. Rudy froze. Okay, let's wait 10 seconds, otherwise we'll continue and he can follow up.
I think he's still on the call though, Maura.
Yeah, I do too. I just don't. Since the storm, everyone seems to have, oh, now he is gone, yeah.
Oh yeah, he just jumped off.
Do you want to go either Kate or Felicitas? I'll let him back in.
Yeah, I'm happy to go. Hi, Kate. Nice to meet you. I loved the way you introduced it in a slightly more traditional way of here's my little personal story to tell, and then, you know, a third or half the way through you said, here's who I am and here's what I do. And sometimes there's right or wrong ways to do this, and you took a little bit of a risk in sort of flipping it a little bit, and it really worked. And I think it worked because, excuse me, I noticed how you said, here's why I like this story. So you're relating it, you're making it very personal, and your business idea is very personal. I love how you sort of talked about your why. I know we talked about that with someone else just a couple of moments ago. That's so, so important. And I wrote down a couple of things in terms of, I could see your business idea. Obviously the idea you've got is solid, but I could see it working in 4 different specific categories. Someone who has experienced something quite significant in their life. In years to come, I'm sure it will be, I lived through COVID and here's my story to tell. Someone who's unwell or very sick, and you want to capture that story for perhaps their family, their children, their grandchildren, so they get to know this person before they leave. Just someone really elderly who you want to capture, you know, something special about them, and then you could sort of almost gift it as a significant birthday gift or a Father's Day gift or something like that, because I think there's some really unique places that your storytelling could really focus on. I know there's a lot of businesses who do storytelling of some sort. I can think a couple of them to hand, but they're the ones that I know of. They might focus a little bit more on video production, or, you know, they're a bit more of a bigger power. So it's probably going to be quite expensive, I imagine. So I would tap into that sweet spot of where that little pitch works. But I love it. I think it's really unique. And particularly over the last year, we've all learned to capture our stories and to be happy and to be kind. And so good luck. I think it's wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Kate, you did a great job.
Melissa just helped me craft it, so.
Very good.
But I love the first part, and I'm glad that you stuck to that visual. I think your pitch is very unique and very strong. Good job.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody. When Rudy gets back, I'd love to hear what he has to say, but thank you.
Okay, Jennifer, are you ready to go? Okay. I'll start timing.
Okay, good morning. My name is Jennifer Wu. I've been a lawyer for almost 19 years here in Chicago, but I'm also a mom to 2 young children. I've spent my entire legal career in public service, and I started my law practice to help families like yours. As parents, we all want the same things for our children. We want them to be happy, safe, and loved. We want to provide for their needs and their wants so that they can live their best lives. Rarely do we think about what would happen if something were to happen to us. Who would take care of them? How would their basic needs be met? These questions and more can be addressed through estate planning. Estate planning is not just for the wealthy. It's for anyone who wants to take care of their family. Estate planning is simply the process of planning for and protecting your family's future. Estate planning is especially important if you have young children who need a guardian if you are unable to care for them or pass away. Estate planning will give you the peace of mind you deserve, knowing that there is an orderly plan in place when you are gone. Estate planning may sound scary, but it doesn't have to be. I can help guide you through this process to make it a simple, convenient, and budget-friendly to suit your family's individual needs. I've helped families like yours achieve peace of mind. Let me email you to help you get started on this important journey today.
Good job.
Thank you.
I'm happy to go first if that works. Hi, Jennifer. Great job. I love your call to action there at the end. You were very purposeful about this is who I am, this is what I'm doing, and this is what I would like to do for you. I saw that big sigh of relief at the end. I know it's not easy doing this stuff, but great job. It's a very, again, because of so many personal and emotional reasons, it is such a weird topic, because you're taking something that's so precious and special and unique, and you're saying, I want to put a plan in place to help you protect that. And so many folks can't reconcile that special piece with thinking about what might happen if it wasn't there. It's scary, it's unknown, it's uncertain. My only comment to you would be, I know there's a lot of online tools, and this, I'm sure this is something you've absolutely thought about. There's online tools, there's other practitioners that do the same thing. I would just throw in a little bit more about here's my edge, and here's why I would encourage you to go with me versus an online tool, which might be cheaper, but you know, X, Y, Z. And I know my competitors do this. Here's what I can offer you. And it might take a little bit to dig in to get to that, because I know there's a few folks who do what you do, but you've got a ton of experience behind you. You've been doing this for a long, long time. You obviously know the law. You've got children yourself. So there's so many relatable qualities there. So I just dig into that a little more. Great job.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Yeah, Jen, you did a great job, because full disclosure, Jen and I worked on this for a little
Yes.
bit, and I have to say, I'm so glad that you were able to slow your pitch and slow down a little bit, because in the beginning it was so quick. I think you were clocking in at less than a minute with all the information that you gave today. But I loved how you kept it relatable. I love the line that you put in there. I've helped families just like yours, because I think that was a struggle that you had mentioned. People think estate planning is really for the rich and wealthy, and it's not. It's for everyone. But good job, and I like Kate's suggestion to find one thing or a couple of things that really make you stand out from your competition. But other than that, fantastic pitch.
Thank you for your help.
Sure.
I apologize. I reset my internet, Maura. There was a couple of us on it, and there were some tornadoes out this way that we dodged 3 miles away, but lines are slowly coming back on. I did catch the end of your presentation, Jen, and I could relate to you when I started presenting. It's normal to get a little nervous, but deep down inside, I know you know your product and I know your business. I think you did a great job.
Thank you.
Good job, Jen. Now, Rudy, as you dropped off, Kate was speaking. Do you want to give her a little bit of feedback?
Kate was speaking?
Yes, Kate was talking about the storytelling.
Yes, yeah, Kate, I was trying to say that she has this unique style that some economists and famous CEOs use when they get on podiums, and I actually enjoy this. I'm a storyteller myself when I get together with family, and that attracts more attention than you would think. I was just telling her that it's a unique style. You have to be good at it, and she's the right person to do it. I loved her presentation.
Thank you, Rudy.
No problem.
Okay, now number 5, we have a unique situation. We have a sister standing in for her sister.
Yes, my name is Betsy Robinson, and I'm the founder of our company that Dr. Angela runs our division for healthy corporations, companies, and communities. And this is her first, even though she's a PhD, this is her first business course ever. So she gained so much from this, and she's excited that she had the opportunity to participate in Plan for Profit.
Well, that's good news. Do you want to do her pitch, or
I have her pitch. She's been doing public speaking since she was in the 5th grade. My mother identified that. So she's probably done over 1,000 presentations to my maybe 5 presentations. So, but I will channel her.
Okay.
Well, and I'll go ahead.
I'll time you when you start.
Okay. And before I start, I am speaking as I am Dr. Angela Neal Barnett and not Betsy. Okay. I'm Dr. Angela Neal Barnett, and I really want to know, how are you? It's a question many people ask, but few want to hear the complete answer. I want to know how your Black employees are doing emotionally, spiritually, and psychologically. I've devoted my entire professional career to understanding the mental health of Black Americans. I understand the impact of systemic racism in the workplace. I understand its impact on relationships, its impact on productivity, its impact on corporate culture. I understand what it means to be the only Black in a department, in a division, or in a C-suite. As a pioneering industry expert, I'm a Harvard Business Review consultant, national and international award-winning researcher and speaker, and best-selling author of Soothe Your Nerves, The Black Woman's Guide to Understanding and Overcoming Anxiety, Panic, and Fear. I galvanize Black employees to take charge and protect their corporate mental health. Together, let's work to make your company a place where Black employees do not simply survive, but thrive. Okay, thank you. That was it.
Yay, good job, round of applause.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you for standing in for her.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Betsy, Dr. Angela would be proud of your delivery.
Oh, thank you. And it's a tall order. She's one of the best in the country in her field. So
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, good job. And I'm glad that Dr. Angela added in her credentials. I know that was missing the first time. She gave her pitch and good intro, a good delivery, and good call to action at the end.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll second that. Hi, Betsy.
Hi, Kate.
It's very tough to step in someone else's shoes in this sort of a setting. I've seen a couple of people do it over the years, and you were right up there in terms of channeling her as a professional. Whilst I know it's ultimately Dr. Angela and not yourself, but your pace, your pausing, you say you're not comfortable doing speaking, but you had a really nice cadence to how you introduce the topic. The tendency is to go quick because you're nervous. You very quickly sort of got to here's exactly what the service is that I'm selling to you, and here's why. You very quickly then got to, this is why I'm credentialed, as was mentioned. You covered the impact. You've clearly got relatability. It really hit home for me when you said protect their corporate mental health and take them from survive to thrive. There's some really important phrases in there, which I'm assuming it's probably deliberate, that will really resonate with the corporate world. I don't think there's any person that you're targeting that will not be able to relate to this. It is such an important, timely, critical issue. I can almost see a scalability issue, like how do you rein it in? How do you focus on just one step at a time? I'm sure there is so many people who could use this help. So fantastic idea, well credentialed, and good luck. I love it.
Oh, thank you, Kate. And that's what she's doing today for our clients. So yeah, we do have she's almost like, I call her our cash cow now during this time, because yeah, it is resonating with a lot of companies and corporations.
Yeah, fantastic.
Thank you.
Betsy, are you a psychologist yourself?
No, I'm a CPA.
Oh, got it. You could have
So I
fooled
have
me.
the accounting side. Accounting side.
Well, you should consider acting on your part-time spare time, better said. No,
I will do that, Rudy. I'll think about that.
No, I mean, I second my colleagues. You have really nothing to lose when you're filling in. You know, I did a similar role for another organization where I pretend to be a business owner seeking funds, making a pitch in front of a classroom, and you have complete control. And I think you knew that. You have nothing to lose. You're very calm about it. But back to Dr. Angela's business, it's a great model, and it's needed, and especially during these times of COVID. Great job.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Rudy.
Great job. Thank you, Betsy. Now, Marilyn is having an issue with her room right now. Her hotel room is being vacuumed, so she's gonna go, I'll put you at the end, Marilyn.
That's fine. She's just about done. I could go if I just switch with the next person till they finish.
Okay.
Well, hold on a second. Are you telling her? Okay, they're through vacuuming, so I can do mine.
Okay, great.
Okay. Yeah, I can do the floor. I just wasn't vacuuming. All right.
Take your time. Take your time. Don't worry.
All right. I'm ready. It's just that she was using the vacuum and I didn't want to talk over there, but I can go ahead and start there whenever. Okay. So
Okay.
just go ahead and start.
Sure, go ahead and I'll time you.
Okay. Every company can be better. Clark Consulting Group believes that getting better starts with investing in your people. We are here to help you improve your company by focusing on the people who make it real. Clark Consulting Group is a talent development specialist committed to seeing your vision. Our team will custom design learning experiences for your employees to create lasting change in productivity, morale, and company culture. It all starts with giving your employees the right tools to understand your business. It all starts with the experienced, insightful learning and development services of Clark Consulting Group. Our process at Clark Consulting Group, we believe that a systematic process is one of the most important determinants of successful client engagement. Our process evolved from a well-grounded design model for the development of learning and performance improvement initiatives. It is based on mapping and achieving overall business objectives, ensuring that streamlined models are consistently applied, building quality into the process, and involving the client throughout the course of the engagement. That's it.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, come here. Baby, sweetie. This for you. That's okay. It's gonna dry. All right, thank you. All right, I'm done. I got housekeeping in my room. She's gone.
Marilyn, if I could go first, I could relate to the hotel interjection. Sometimes they just don't get what you're doing. You're like, okay, I'm almost done showering.
Right.
So anyhow, yeah, I noticed you got a little sidetracked and probably threw you off your excitement groove. It was a little monotonous, the presentation, but I'm sure it was related to the vacuuming in the background and the lady hanging out to watch your presentation probably. It's kind of probably awkward to have her standing next to you.
Mm-hmm.
But no, you did a great job regardless of the tone and excitement, getting the point across. I wish you would have had a second chance to do it without the lady in the room. Thank you for presenting. You did a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, Marilyn, great job. I'm dying to know where you are. I hope you're someplace good.
Yeah, I'm in Clarksville. Yeah, well, I'm not. I'm on a work vacation, but I'm in Clarksville, Tennessee.
Okay. Yeah, good delivery. I liked how you gave examples of the process, so we were able to visualize what kind of service we would get with your company. So that's great. The only thing is maybe add a strong call to action at the end.
Right. Yeah.
Mention your website, your email, or make an appointment, but something at the end. Otherwise, good job.
Thank you.
Hi, Marilyn. Good job in a kind of funny situation, I guess. overall. But it's sort of it's a healthy reminder. I think we all have so way too many distractions, dogs, kids, postmen, house cleaning, and it's made us all very human. And I think we, to your credit, you just have to, you have to do it, and you have to keep moving on, and we can't always wait. So you did a good job to say, nope, let's do it. I'm good to go. So I give you massive thumbs up for that. My only piece of critique for you would be to add in something that shows the example of, something that shows the result of what your work can do for a client. I know there's a lot of sort of talent development, learning, professional culture companies out there. So I would explain why you're better, why your edge is your edge. And then also talk a little bit about, here's one problem that my client was trying to solve, and here's how I help them. Just because I know you've got some tougher competition, it's a very busy place in the market. So I would just keep that in the back of your mind as you're talking through. But the idea itself, similar to a lot of the ideas being pitched today, there is so much opportunity and there's such a broad audience, and it's about figuring out where you go with it. But wonderful role. You mentioned all the right words: process, framework, credentials. That was all really good. So keep going. I love it, and good luck.
Thank you so much for the feedback.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you, Marilyn. Sonia, do you want to go next?
Sure.
Okay, I will start timing.
Hello, hi, my name is Sonia Thomas. I am the founder and marketing director for DeSelby's Marketing Unlimited. Just a tidbit, that is the word blessed. I take that with pride. In a nutshell, generally what I focus on is direct marketing. So with digital social media being at everybody's forefront, especially with COVID, our goal is to focus on the solopreneurs, small businesses, gradually going to expand to mid-size. Initially, our goal is just to help the client focus on those objectives, be it brand awareness, customer loyalty, and we also want to make sure that their ROI is complete. And in doing so, we look at data, focus on the KPIs to actually strategize a marketing plan that is tailor-based. Initially, what we offer is that, in a nutshell, social media marketing, but I want to be able to hone the market with search engine optimization, which is pretty much SEO short term, just to give them lead generation, build their brand, get that customer loyalty, and be able to have them see from 0 to 6 months, 6 months to 12 months where they want to be. Initially, our goal is to grow and expand. I can be reached at soniaythomas@gmail.com for any further details. Thank you.
Good job. Thank you.
Great job, Sonia. Very tight, very concise. You came across as knowing what you're talking about, but you also had some really cool little stories in there as well. As a marketing consultant, you mentioned ROI, you mentioned data, the KPIs, the plan, what you would do initially, and then how you would build. I really liked that, because someone who might be in the early stages can latch on to what you're talking about, but then someone who's a little bit more of a sophisticated marketing user will be able to see where you're taking it, and then great call to action at the end. So my only critique is a little more eye contact. I know this stuff is so daunting and nerve-wracking, but you did a great job. I love the idea, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree. Good content, Sonia. You knew exactly what you were talking about and how you were going to deliver it. But yes, maybe a little bit more of a smile and eye contact.
Sure.
But otherwise, you did it.
I think Felicitas and Kate highlighted the things you should improve on, but on the positives, you gave great examples. You were on track. I agree with Kate and Felicitas. You know what you're talking about. I enjoyed your presentation. I have nothing much more to add. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonia. So we have 5 more to go. Do people want to take a 5-minute break, or do you want to keep going?
Are we, sorry, really quick, are we supposed to fill out the feedback, the sheets?
No, you don't have to fill those out.
Oh, that's
No.
what's been distracting me. Thank you.
Okay.
I've been
Yeah, I
filling
just
them out.
thought those would be a good guide. You don't have to.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah. Do you want to take a 5-minute break? How about if we do that?
Great.
Everyone can
Go
use the
for a coffee.
restroom. Yes.
Okay, bye.
Okay, see you at 9:59. Okay. Welcome back. So we've got 5 more to go. Lanice, Gina, Mahan, Melissa, and Lisa. Okay, Lanice, are you ready to get started?
I am.
Okay, good luck, and I will start timing when you're ready.
Good morning, everyone. If I ask you to think about the south and west sides of Chicago, what words come to mind? Do you think of diversity, wealth, opportunity, resources? Probably not, right? You probably think more of minorities, poverty, crime, or even violence. Why don't we get that same warm and fuzzy feeling when we think about those areas versus when we think about the north side of Chicago? And this can also be applied to the suburbs when we think of places like Dalton versus Evanston, or Harvey versus Skokie. This is where organizations like mine come in. My name is Lanice Lee, and I'm the proud founder and CEO of Collective Initiatives Incorporated, a nonprofit organization that fosters economic development in under-resourced communities. We do this in 2 ways. 1, we provide business management services like organization development, HR support, and financial management to nonprofits and small businesses. But those business owners and leaders do not operate in silos. That's where our community development initiatives come in. We create activities around diversity and inclusion, health and wellness, and policy and advocacy, so that we can not only serve those individuals, but the communities where they live and work. So today, please consider how you can advocate for or work with us to support under-resourced people, entities, and communities. Thank you.
Lanice, this is Rudy. It sounds like you took my tagline from community development, except you're a non-for-profit. We try to act like one.
Good.
I think you did a great job. I think the the biggest theme that you should throw in there, because I think we paid a firm a couple $100,000 to educate us on this subject, unconscious bias, right? It's a big thing right now, and they're educating the masses, whether it be business owners or corporations, on how we maybe inadvertently discriminate or judge those neighborhoods. You're right. There's a lot of middle class in those neighborhoods. I grew up in Pilsen. A lot of, whether, up and coming, middle class and educated and on their way up, there's a big market that you could capture there. You're absolutely right. Great job presenting, by the way.
Thank you, Rudy. I appreciate that.
Hi, Lanice. Great job. I loved how you introduced it. You said hi, you smiled, you had just such a relatability about you that was really lovely. There was you mentioned the word, I'm the proud owner. There's so much in there that I can tell this is very close to your heart, and it's something that you will make work because you have so much pride in it, and that just so much passion and motivation for me came through in your speech. I don't think you said once. I don't think you, I just said it. It was a very clean, crisp presentation. Well done. When you sort of talked about the economic development piece, it all really started to come together for me. You said we do this in 2 ways. You were so quick and concise. That's a very powerful way to get someone's attention, to say, there's 4 ways we do this, or I'm going to tell you 2 reasons why. When you give them those boundaries, people just kind of go, okay, cool. And it makes their focus easier. And you did that really, really well. I loved your big smile at the end. You have such a big, beautiful smile. And it's so funny, as obviously you can tell by my accent, not from Chicago originally. I was actually trying to think, how did I know which of the suburbs that you're talking about were underprivileged versus not? And whilst I admit I sometimes have rose-colored glasses on, it was a lot of what people would tell me. And so I would just sort of accept, being the trusting person that I am, okay, you know, Evanston is better than, you know, some of the areas on the south side. I remember watching a documentary on Englewood and all of the crime happening in that area when we first got here. So I was trying to just filter through, how do I know what I know about the suburbs? And so much of it is people just tell you their own judgments. And I thought I'd just share that with you in case that's helpful. But fantastic idea. I wish you the best of luck with it, Lenise. Thank you for sharing.
No, thank you, Kate. I'll just throw in something real quick. So I'm actually from Englewood, born and raised. And different versions of this speech, I put that out there so people know it's lived experience. I also might sprinkle in some education, because even though I'm from Englewood, I also have 2 master's degrees. So which is not typical of what people would say. So 2 minutes, you know, you got to keep it short and sweet. But if it was 5 or 3, like, you might have got some other elements of who I am. But I thank you for that feedback, especially when I think about people who aren't from here. How do they receive the messages? And so, you know, I try to add in some hand gestures to help it. But no, I appreciate that. And that is very helpful to me.
Well, the fact that you even know, depending on time and audience, to which parts to pick and which parts to leave out, that's pretty sophisticated. So awesome job.
Yeah. Good job, Lenise. Great delivery. I love the examples that you gave, because it gave me such a visual of the focus of your business. That's it. That's it. I just could tell definitely the passion that you have in your work. And I don't think you can improve on that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Lenise. Good job. Gina, are you ready to go? Now you're on mute. Oh, there we go.
Sorry, my computer's been running super slow.
Well, welcome. So you have 2 minutes, and I will time you once you start talking.
Okay. Okay. It will only cost $20,000. If you really cared about your business, you'd find a way to spend the money. Have you heard that a lot? I know I have. When you're building a law firm, you encounter coaches, programs, and everybody assumes that you can just spend $20,000. But what about those of us that can't? My name's Gina Spada, and I'm from Attorney Dynamics, LLC. And I'm looking to help attorneys solve the problem of not having enough time and money, and helping them lay the foundation for a successful, thriving practice. I started this business because I've been there. I know what it's like to start out with no money, no clients, no business experience, and no direction. Most programs out there are geared towards making people millionaires, and at prices that those just starting out cannot afford. My training will be affordable and accessible. My ideal customer is a solo attorney newer to the practice of estate planning. And this person wants a firm that is stable, flexible, and achieving steady growth that enables the attorney to live their ideal lifestyle. That's it.
Okay, good job.
Good job, Gina. Good
Thank
job.
you.
I know you're a little nervous, but you know, we're all friends here, so don't be nervous. I liked your content. I liked how you made it relatable to your own experiences, but you need a call to action at the end. So please add that in, and good job.
do you have any recommendations on like what like I theoretically know what a call to action is, but like what is like I don't want to come across like as really salesy because that's what I feel like a lot of people do, right? It's like these programs like just give us $20,000, like put your credit card. Like how do you?
Well, it could be something as simple as continuing this conversation. Do you want to reach out to them? Do you want them to reach out to you? Call for a meeting? But you're authentic, so whatever your call to action is, however way you deliver it, won't come across as salesy at all.
Thank you.
If I may jump in, Kate, I think the question that you're asking, and I've mentioned it in previous cohorts, speaking of spending money, we paid this one consultant over $300,000 for 2 sessions, I think. Something to teach us in presentation format or in proposals, something called an attractification statement. He actually almost owns that word. An attractification statement means selling something without giving too much detail, but attracting you and reeling you in enough to make you want your idea. And anyhow, so we went through those courses, and it's called an attractification statement. The cheesy word for it nowadays is called tagline. You don't want to use that anymore because you want to lift your profile. So start working on research it. It's actually out on the internet. How do I compose an attractification statement in my pitch or my proposal? But other than that, I understand the nerves set in, and easier said than done. Don't overthink it. Keep it simple. When in doubt, just keep it simple, and let the judges criticize the rest.
Thank
It'll
you.
get you through quicker.
Hi, Gina. I totally agree with Rudy there. The nerves, I see this every day. I interview people all the time, and if you just know you're a person that does tend to get nervous when you're talking to others or when you have to pitch, it is so tricky to overcome. I used to be there myself. I felt for you so much because I could see you composing yourself and taking deep breaths, and it's a really hard thing. And when they overcome you, it's sort of like you can't come back from that. And it's a really hard place to come back from. But I commend you for composing yourself, taking the deep breath and taking your own time. A little tip I give some people that I work with is to say that if you do just feel like your nerves have just completely overtaken you and it's really affecting your performance. And by the way, I don't think they did. I think you delivered it very, very well. And your pitch in terms of the structure and the process, I can't fault that. That was beautiful. Say to the person who's listening to you, I'm sorry, I'm actually just a little nervous and I need a minute. And that disarms the situation, and no one in the world is going to fault you for that because every single person has felt that and they will just want you to succeed. And all of us, feel the same, where even though you can't see it, we're sitting here gunning for you and we're going, you got this, you're all good. In terms of the substance of your actual pitch, I love that you said, here's the problem I'm trying to solve. Here's the foundation I'm laying. The only critique I would give you is use the word client rather than customer in a law firm setting. Law firms will get turned off by that word customer. They'll think that you don't know their speak. Always default to client. And with the call to action piece, you've already been given some great advice on that. I hear what you mean when you say, I don't know how to do this without making it sound salesy. Take that all off the table. Just simply say, I want to have a conversation with you and here's what I want to talk to you about. Please email me, or whatever that final piece is. I'm exactly the same. It can sound too salesy and it can sound forced. So practice 10 different versions of it. Look at it in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror when you do it, and it'll be really awkward to start with, but you'll find something that you'll think, yeah, that actually doesn't feel so bad. But well done. Good luck. I hope you succeed.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, good job. Thank you, Gina. Mahan, are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready. I can start. Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Mahan Gosar, and I have 15 plus years of corporate finance experience, initially as an employee and later as a full-time consultant working for a consulting company, serving Fortune 500 companies and startups. During my career as an employee, I realized that a lot of mid-sized companies did not have access to quality consulting, quality finance consulting. So, that gap was always in my mind. Either the big consulting companies were too expensive, or when they go to smaller firms, they didn't get the quality. So anyways, a few years ago, I decided to fill that gap and started 20 Consulting. 20 Consulting provides corporate finance strategy, financial planning and modeling, accounting transformation services to mid-sized companies, so the owners or founders can focus on what they do the best. Recently, we helped a client, a third generation family business, to set up 15 monthly KPIs across operations, HR, accounting, and IT. So we help companies kind of navigate the challenge and difficult times. And this was a great example where pre-COVID, we helped them set up, and then right now they are thriving after COVID. So we have a holistic approach, but a tech-savvy and data-driven methodology to do our work. Please reach us out at 20cg.com or connect with me on LinkedIn. Thank you for your time.
Hey, Mahan, this is Rudy, if you could hear me.
Yeah, I can.
The thing I would suggest is you caught my attention towards the back end of your presentation. Try presenting it backwards to see how it sounds.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I dive into what you do, and then it sound even more fantastic than what you already did.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. I'll move
And in the business arena, I'm sorry to say, but your audience is going to care more about what you do as opposed to where you've been. Once you attract them with your services and your products, then they're like, oh, okay, so that's the amazing guy behind all these amazing products and services. But other than that, great job.
Okay,
Yeah, Mahan, that would be interesting if you follow Rudy's advice. I'd be interested to hear what that would sound like flipped. Yeah. But good job making a very, very scary topic sound not so scary.
I will second that. As soon as I hear like financial strategic planning, I immediately get intimidated because it's something that I wish I knew more about, and I just know I never will. But Mahan, you did a very good job in demystifying that. And I liked particularly your first minute, I thought was really strong. You said, here's who I am, here's why I'm credentialed, here's the problem I can solve. Professional services care a lot about, are you authorized and credentialed to speak on this topic? And if you are, give us some examples of your client work. They'll always ask for references. They'll always ask for examples. You did a good job of taking us into that a little bit, which I liked. My only sort of other piece of advice would be to smile and let us in a little more. It is so, so hard. And it took me years to deliver something in a more lighthearted way. I would go into this super serious mode, and that's what we default to when we're a little nervous or when we're trying to focus a lot on what we're trying to get out. So it takes a long time to get there, but a little more eye contact and a little more energy, because I saw it there. You have a smile, you have a passion behind what you do. Remember to bring that in as well. And if it takes, 20 different times to run through it, 50 different times, that's absolutely fine. We all do it. We've all been there. So, but good luck. I really like it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the feedback.
Yes. Thank you. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay. Two more. We have Melissa and Lisa. Then I think we've gotten everyone. No one's been left off the list. Okay. Melissa, are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I am Melissa Castile, and Castile Restoration Group is a mental health practice focused on medication management for psychiatric conditions. Medication management involves outpatient evaluation and management of psychotropic medications used to treat conditions such as anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, and ADD. There's currently a gap in access to medication management providers in under-resourced Black and Brown communities like mine. Many wait months for an appointment and others are unaware of resources or how to access them. Another problem is the stigma of taking medication for mental health conditions. Our goal is to support individuals in improving and advocating for the mental health of themselves, their family, and their community. We believe representation matters and aids in building trust. This practice is founded by two Black sisters with many years of experience in healthcare and education. We were born and raised and still reside in the target community. One sister is a behavioral health nurse practitioner and a retired Army major. The other sister is an early childhood educator and administrator with a doctorate in adult education. We will provide services for children and adults and adolescents as well as their parents with our practice rooted in our geographic community of Proviso Township, Illinois, serving those with insurance and without. We will make individuals and organizations aware of our services through consistent community involvement. We will also create a referral system with non-prescribing counselors, therapists, and wellness practitioners. Medication is one tool, but we want our clients to be supported by a circle of health professionals. If you know Black or Brown mental health professionals, life coaches, or wellness coaches that serve Proviso Township, connect with me. We want to build a community based in supporting mental health needs. I know I talk really fast.
You ended right at 2 minutes. Perfect timing.
Hi, Melissa. Great job. I loved I actually don't think you spoke fast. I think that was a really good pace. You did all the right things in terms of credentialing. Here's why we've got the problem. I've got firsthand experience, or we both have firsthand experience, and here's why. I loved it. There was a lot of good substantive points that you hit, and it's a slightly more unique take on what so many sort of I'm going to say medical consultants will try and do in this space. You do have some interesting points of difference there. So I really liked it. My little thing to think about, and this is probably true for, it can apply to many of us, is how to think about talking about your business in 5 words and then 10 words, 50 words. When I started my business, I literally wrote down from tagline and 20 different ways of describing it based on how much information I give, who my audience is, how quickly I want to capture their attention. If you sort of think of it like layers, like an onion, first layer is super quick, then you get a little deeper, and then watch people's body language and eye contact for, oh, do I need to stop at that layer and just double check to make sure that they've got what I'm talking about. The medical field, I think, is so big. So I would just make sure that you get people to follow along with you, but you've obviously got the experience there, and it's hard to do this, not in person, obviously, but you did a great job, Melissa. I love it. And I wish you luck.
Thank you.
And I love
I love that idea of the onion. So you start with 5 words. So that's kind of your slogan, and then build it up. And you have to be self-aware, I guess, as you're talking to someone to realize which version to use.
Yeah, you can. It's much easier in person. You can literally tell if you've got 3 seconds of someone's attention, or if you've got them for sort of 20 seconds, or if you've got them for like 2 minutes. And but it's important to remember to stop after each layer to sort of go, are they still with me? Because sometimes I see people, you literally see them look around, or you see them just tilt their head, or you can just tell you've got a blank look staring back at you. And so I'll always say, does this mean something to you, or does that make sense to you? And I'll put it back on me and say, hey, the legal profession is so big, and unless you're in it, you don't necessarily know about it. So I kind of give them an out to make them go, yeah, sorry, I don't really know what it is that you do. Tell me more. Or it's a very high level EQ skill, and it's hard because you're watching the other person's reaction, and you've got to focus on that more than actually what you're focusing on saying. So it's quite intense, but it's with time you get there, and it's a really hard skill to learn, but it's that's real fine tuning stuff. But yeah.
And speaking of attention, Kate, thanks to Maura letting me not fill out that form. I have a mild form of ADD. Given that not having to do the form has totally focused my attention. And I have a question for you, Melissa. Are you a practitioner? Are you a counselor?
No, I'm the other sister. My sister is the provider.
So this is your business, and your sister is part of the team?
Yeah, we're going to start it together. So it's our business, but she is the provider, and I'm more on the education side.
Wow, I'm close to signing up. I think you did it well. I mean, I have a child with disability. She's autistic, sensory disorder, and it's chaos. And you're right, children. I like how you insert children and youth in there. Their siblings need counseling once in a while because they can't seem to understand this explosive sister they have. Neither can we. But anyhow, you caught my attention. You broke it down. You had a great pace. I wouldn't really change much about it.
Yeah, you did great, Melissa. And Kate, I love your analogy of the onion, but because it is so important to have different versions of your pitch, not just for your audience, but your location.
Yeah, and it took me years to get that, to figure out that it's not just one pitch and it's not just one length. It just takes experience, but once you start to get that, it's a beautiful thing because you can really think on your feet. So yeah.
Denise, listen to Felicitas. I'm sorry, you had a question in the chat about your background, and I'll just throw it out there that it depends on your audience as well. For example, if it's a very professional environment like this, you may or may not want to insert the question you asked me about the community or the background, but when it's a very personalized setting, community folks, Chicagoland area, yes, do what Felicitas and Kate said. Use it. All depends on the audience. To answer your question.
Okay, last but not least, we have Lisa. Okay, welcome. Thank you, Lisa.
Let me unmute.
There we go. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, let me, I'm a little nervous.
No worries.
Okay. So let me know when I start. Hi, everybody.
You can start right now.
Okay, good morning. I'm Lisa J. Russell. I'm executive coach, consultant, and confidence builder. And my mission is to serve. I've had more than 30 years experience in working with children and families in early childhood and family support programs at various levels, including leadership. And my goal and my work focuses on providing support to the professional leaders, executives, and managers in nonprofit and education fields. Those fields that are designated to provide services and support to that population that's so dear to my heart. This leadership role, these leadership roles are often very difficult for leaders because they're the only one in that position. Think about it, they're the only one. So the leaders are often feeling overwhelmed, isolated. They may have feelings of being undervalued, misunderstood, unsure, and sometimes out of control. In working with our programs for coaching and consulting leaders in nonprofits and education, leaders become more effective and are able to reach their staff and their boards. We help them look at their systems, their services, their personal and professional approach. We also help them look at the structure of the programs that they're designed to work within, so that the outcomes for children and families of the services that they provide are amazing. They're amazing. And also the process of getting to that point and working with those families and children is the joy that it should be, because it is a joyful act and an act of service. So if you're looking for that type of support to strengthen your program, to strengthen your entity, contact me, Lisa J. Russell, Executive Consultant and Coach at lisajrussell.com. I've got it. And so that's it. I'm going to stop there.
Good job. Thank you.
Lisa, are you glad it's over? You're the last one. So I'm sure it was hard to sit through all those pitches.
I am so glad that it's over, yes.
Yeah, but listen, you did a great job. I know you were a little nervous at the beginning, but then I saw you take those deep breaths, compose yourself, and forge on through. So good for you. Good for you. I could hear the passion of your work in your pitch. And that is going to do wonders for grabbing those clients. I like your opening. I love your content, and you had that call to action at the end. I wouldn't change anything.
Really? Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, hi Lisa. I agree. You did a great job. I loved how you sort of did that. I am a little nervous because did you feel a bit better after you said that?
Kind of, yeah, I did.
I'm not sure what's worse, being the first or the last, because when you're the last, the nerves just they keep getting. But you did a really, really good job, and I could see you deliberately slowing down your speech and your delivery to counteract that. I know when I'm presenting, I have to remember to talk super loudly because apparently I talk softly, and I have to remember to slow down. And to me, it feels kind of silly. It feels like I'm delivering things in such a weird way, but apparently that's what I need to do. So you do whatever you've got to do. I loved, you used a couple of phrases which really resonated, I think, with your audience. Confident server. You literally put your hand to your chest and said, this is so dear to my heart. That, as Felisa said, that passion, that drive, the person behind the business, that really came through. And the most powerful part for me of that pitch was you really nailed what leaders can feel like when they need your services. Unsure, isolated, overwhelmed. Every single day I see leaders get to their position because they're ticking boxes on a job description, not because they are trained people leaders, and they get to those positions and then they flounder because they don't know how to manage or deal with people. And it's not their fault that they may not be the best manager. They've just never been given the tools to hit those things. And that's one of the hardest things to do, managing at that level. So that really hit home for me. That was a very powerful piece. And I agree, I wouldn't change anything. You've put a lot of thought into that and it shows. So well done. I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
It seems like you took Kate's advice. You called yourself out that you were nervous. So that probably neutralized the audience right out the gate. So I think you did a great job as well. And I'm sure that you're a psychologist, right?
No, actually, I'm not. I really am a lifelong administrator. But I do have a master's degree in counseling. Yes, I do have a master's in counseling.
Same thing. No, I'm kidding. No, thanks for answering. No, you did a great job.
Thank you.
Wow. So see how far you've come in 9 weeks. Think about how you started the program and people were hesitant to speak for 30 seconds, and look at what you did today. I congratulate all of you. What a terrific job.
Maura, do you mind if I put the ETP loan program on the attachments for the,
Sure.
I don't want to, can I get 20 seconds? I don't want to take too much time.
Yes.
The most
Yeah,
important.
go ahead.
So in addition to volunteering for the WBDC, one of the biggest successes we have with the WBDC, I encourage you to look at their loan fund first, because they do have a loan fund that we participate in. But if you're looking for more traditional capital, for those true startups, we could do up to 10,000 on very low interest rate terms and no fees. And for those that are more seasoned existing businesses, we could go up to 30,000. So I won't take too much time. I'm just going to place the flyer on the chat. If you do need a little bit of capital or a lot of capital, don't be shy to reach out and we could go over your specific situation. That was my 20 seconds.
Thank you, Rudy. So you'll just put it in the chat and everyone can
Mhm.
access. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about access to capital. A number of individuals said they didn't need capital right now, but we said how important it is to develop a relationship with a banker, because once you start thinking about growth, then that's when capital is needed. You know, when they
Correct.
move to an office or, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you. Thank you to our panelists, Kate, Rudy, and Felicitas. We appreciate you taking time out of your busy days to help us and to help the participants learn more about how to pitch, whether it be in a social situation or in a situation like this, or with, with a customer. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Maura. And I'll just add super quick, if anyone would like to look me up on LinkedIn and has a follow-up question, I've been there. I could never get enough help, so I'm happy to answer any follow-up questions. But you all did so well, and I just want to throw out a big congrats there. It's tough what you're doing, but you will get there, and I think it's so commendable. So reach out if you ever need anything.
Thank you so much, Kate. Okay, so we're just going to continue for a few more minutes. Panelists, feel free to go on with your day. We appreciate you taking this time.
Thank you for having us, everyone. Congratulations.
Good luck.
Good job.
Thank you.
Hey, everyone did such a great job. I just wondered if you could take like 3 minutes now and offer feedback on Plan for Profit, because we are always changing it and updating it based on your feedback. So this is feedback via your phone. So all you have to do is text in that phone number and type in plan, and then there's a survey link, and answer the questions, please. If you do have time to enter a testimonial, that would be so helpful to us. So I'll give you 3 minutes.
Maura, is this the same survey you sent with the link?
No, this is a different one. So the first survey was to gauge your progress from first week to 9th week. This is to see how we did as an organization in helping you plan for profit.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you so much for the feedback. So here's a good quote. We're all on separate journeys, but heading towards the same destination. We just need to stay in our own lanes. Trust in yourself. Trust that you're doing the best you can, no matter what life throws at you. So we are all on different journeys. So whether your goal is to complete more customer discovery to help narrow down your niche, or if you're working through the financial feasibility of your pricing and whether you can afford to do this business, or if you're finalizing your business launch by setting up properly, please feel free to reach out to one of us for our free one-on-one advising. We'd love to hear about your journeys and share in your progress. I like to say we act as accountability partners. So in your next stage, if you come up with a number of steps that you think you need to do to move forward, please meet with us. We can help you formalize those steps, and then we can meet with you in a couple weeks or a couple months, depending on what your schedule allows, to make sure you're progressing along your journey. I wanted to let you know that after today, I will send you the recording of the pitches, and a certificate will also be sent to you. So you should, what's next is determine where you are in the journey and meet with an advisor to determine the next steps in your process. I know Jennifer asked about a group meeting. So we will have a reunion in September. So I'll organize a Zoom meeting in September. But I also encourage you to keep meeting together. I know our cohort that ended in March, we just had their reunion in June, and they're still meeting. So they know what everyone is doing. They know how everyone's progressing. So I don't have it in my bandwidth to organize a meeting, but please feel free to, I don't know, does anyone have an idea of how you could do a group? Some people have done Facebook groups. I don't know. Anyone have any ideas for your cohort?
I think we can do a group email. I think everybody's copied on one of the ideas. We could just do a group email and people can respond and to reply all kind of thing.
That's a good idea.
Maura, do we have like a WBDC LinkedIn group? Is there any group like that on LinkedIn?
There is a WBDC LinkedIn group.
Okay. But,
but nothing for separate plan for profit cohorts.
Okay, okay.
And we are trying to formalize an alumni program for all alumni that have graduated from all of our, we have 12 different cohorts at the Women's Business Development Center. So we are doing an alumni program that'll probably get started next year. So you'll be included in that as alumni, but I encourage you to do a small group meeting somehow. I mean, once every couple months, maybe once a quarter, just to check in with each other and act as accountability partners or motivators. We also ask, because we are part of the Illinois SBDC network, we're the Illinois SBDC at the Women's Business Development Center, and our grantor is the SBDC network. The one request they have is that we report our economic impact to them. So when you add an employee, when you inject more equity into your business, if you get a loan, if you have an increase in revenue, if you diversify and add another revenue stream, if you get a partner and someone injects equity into your business, please let us know, because our grantor is always excited to hear about economic impact and how you are helping the community. We also send out surveys. So if you could, please answer the economic impact surveys. Just take a few moments to do so. That way we continue to receive funding and we continue to be able to offer programming. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is our first plan for profit for professional services. I think you all did such a terrific job. We're going to continue this program. It was started at the recommendation of one of our board members. And so we're going to continue doing it annually. So once a year, we'll do plan for profit for professional services. We do offer plan for profit a couple other times a year, but it's industry agnostic. And so you can have a product or a service. So, but the professional services, we're going to keep trying based on your successes.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So
this was
thank you
good.
so much. I've loved being part of your journey, and I hope you keep involving us in your journey. This
Thank you,
9 weeks
Maura.
flew by.
Yeah.
It
Maura,
did. Thank
I just
you,
want to say,
Maura. You've done a wonderful job.
Oh, thank you so much. I enjoyed it.
the value I think we got is if you go outside for these kind of programs is at least 10 times the price we paid. I can say that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
Thank you.
Definitely.
It's a good
And I
one.
think one of the big benefits was just being in a cohort with all of you and meeting you. It wasn't necessarily something that I was really coming into this course thinking I was going to benefit from meeting all of you. I was just thinking about what I was going to learn and how I was going to grow my business. But one of the best parts was just interacting with all of you and knowing you and the services you're providing. So I do hope we can stay in touch. Thanks, everybody. And thanks,
Yeah,
Maura,
that's
for
why,
participating.
Kate, that's why we're forming our alumni program, because that's what we find is one of the biggest benefits of our cohort programming are the relationships and the collaboration that occurs between the participants. So sometimes it's even, you get more from the peer-to-peer collaboration than you do from the actual programming. We hope not, but we hope that both occurs.
Yeah.
Okay, well, everyone have a great day and thank you again. Good luck to you, but keep in touch. Please keep in
Thank you,
touch.
everyone.
Okay.
Thank you so
Maura.
much. Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
everyone.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck. Yes, good luck.
Best.
Let's keep in touch via email or some way. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Bye.
All the best, everybody. You're going to be great. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Tomorrow.
Bye-bye. Thank you.